Hey, Shalom, call out. You have Bashimi Al-Shah, Bashima Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles at the S. Salutations to the elect. Just came from camp, man, chilling, just sipping on something. Brother loaded this video up. So, check it out. Brother Mike Allah loaded this up. This like impromptu. I just seen it. I didn't even watch it yet.
Let's welcome to the show New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Okay, Congressman, I know you're fired up and ready to go. We want you to sit tight and listen to the soundbite. President Biden saying first responders and cops should be fired if they're not vaccinated. Watch.
As many as 1 in 3 emergency responders in some cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, right here in Baltimore, are refusing to comply with city vaccine mandates. I'm wondering where you stand on that. Should police officers, emergency responders, be mandated to get vaccines? And if not, should they be stay at home or let go?
Yes and yes. By the way, I waited until July to talk about mandating because I tried everything else possible.
Okay, you know what's bothersome about this? How about the president or...
Yeah, so, right, motherfucker, you about to just fuck up your whole security. Straight up. Like, because, you know, a first responder is like, you know, CPR. Those are people who be on the scene before EMS arrive and paramedics and shit that could actually keep a motherfucker alive that got certain amount of training. So, and police is law enforcement. So, like, you don't want to fucking fire your fucking law enforcement. And now, a cop, a police officer is not like a surgeon. It don't take nothing to hire a fucking cop, give him a badge and a gun. But a surgeon and a nurse, somebody has actually got to be schooled and trained. But you don't want to get now your EMTs and shit like that. You don't really now that's dealing with your security. Now, these fucking criminals and crooks out here and these serial killers, because the serial killers is still out here, but the Lord got their spirit humble. Once these fucking people get wind that you don't have as many. All right, case in point. Take a town with 500 police officers. Let's say word got out that fucking 50% of them got laid off. You know what people is going to be doing? Because they need backup, this and that. Crime going to go up because the security is down. You know? And then a lot of people who... My phone about to die. My shit always about to die. I need another fucking phone. Probably be my next investment. And get me another decent phone. But anyway, crime gonna go up. You know? I'm in the car right now. I could get a couple precepts. But my Bible's in the trunk. So, because I just came for camp, I threw everything in the trunk. This all through the spirit, though, just kicking it. But anyway, right? So, everything, and whoever's still working, whoever's still around, all that work is going to fall on them. And people going to feel overworked, overwhelmed, and they going to want to quit. So what's going to happen to these companies? They going to fucking belly up, or they going to find ways to cut corners and try to stay afloat and just get fined until where they can't stay up and get shut down anyway. So the will of the Lord is being done anyway. But I'm gonna play the rest of this.
Anderson Cooper, or any of us, try to walk in the shoes of a first responder for just one day. They wouldn't want to get up the next day. How about that?
Well, you know what? Just at the get-go, I have to say this is literally the worst administration and the worst majority Congress in the history of the United States of America. It is unbelievable. These men and women put their life on the line every day. They go through all kinds of abuse. They do everything they can to protect us. They didn't have the option, of course, of staying home the way a lot of us did. They had to be out there. They had to be on the streets. They had to be protecting us. They had to risk their lives now in even more ways than they ever did before. And to just dismiss them and say they should just be fired if they don't do exactly what, the president wants.
Yeah, and if you fire them, you might take their bags, but you ain't gonna get their pistol. A lot of them might keep their guns and shit, man. I probably got guns anyway, because when you're a cop, you get like license and shit like that. License to carry and different shit like that.
And I'm not sure he knows what he wants. I've previously asked him to take a cognitive test, but of course he hasn't done it. It's awful. It's horrible. It's mean-spirited. And let me say one more thing. This administration and this president constantly talks down to the good working men and women of this country. There is an arrogance there that is not...
Yeah, you stupid motherfuckers. Y'all wanted Trump going. So now he going, now you complaining about him. But it's the whole beast system, period. That's off. But I'm just talking about you peons. But Trump was the best fucking thing that happened to you niggas. As far as presidents go. He was the more of an honest devil than Biden. He hides.
Acceptable. We work for you. Congress, the Senate, and the president work for you. You don't work for us.
And we hear you loud and clear. Everybody knows about the importance of vaccines. They get it. What they're talking about is the government pushing them around to do it. And, we get about the smallpox vaccine. We get it about the polio vaccine. What they're talking about is a vaccine with a spike protein in it that could hit their organs hard. How about talking to them instead of bullying them? And now we've got supply chain chaos. Is creating what the American Medical Association is calling an urgent public health crisis. The FDA is citing a shortage of 115 prescription drugs needed for COVID, cancer, and diabetes. The cargo carriers, FedEx and UPS, the Atlanta Fed, they're talking about labor shortages. They're talking about people walking off the jobs at ports come Thanksgiving because, the president is pushing the vax mandate. They're saying delay it until after the holidays. Listen, we'll say it again. It's important to get vaccinated. This is a deadly disease. But are they doing it correctly? Is he ramming it through in tone-deaf ways, just like he did the exit out of Afghanistan?
Somehow, this president and this administration is making what should be part of the cure worse than the disease, as hard as that is to believe. We're a free country. We have freedom of speech. We have freedom of faith and religion. We have freedom of education.
Nah, that shit is done away with. The Constitution is basically fucking suspended, especially under martial law, which will soon will be declared. That's what you people don't know. It ain't no rights. The elite's coming for full fucking control.
Education, I hope still, and we also should have freedom of how we deal with our health care. I'm not anti-vaccine. I had the vaccine. I encourage people to get it, but it is their right to make that judgment and to make that decision. We are a free country, and so much of what he's doing is wrong, especially with the mandates, because Americans want to have their freedom regardless of how they feel about the issue with the vaccine. So they're quitting their jobs when they're
Yeah, so you gonna get what? You gonna get a fucking second civil war. Which Rome, if you go into the history of Rome had two civil wars, and America's the modern day Roman Empire. So between these vaxxers and non-vaxxers, or, you know, the jabbers and the non-jabbers, that shit gonna be an uprising. Because people quitting their jobs and shit, what do you think, motherfuckers just gonna go homeless or some shit like that? People still gonna maintain what they got. And when desperate times come for desperate measures, so like people going like to get violent, man, you know, towards people who took the jab, the people who didn't. Like, you fucking sell out and like taunting people, beating their ass. Like, this shit, I mean, this the Lord's movie. It could go down any type of way, but man, it's crunch time. It's definitely crunch time.
Being forced, they're not joining the labor force when they should be. The way that he handled originally paying people more to stay home than to go out and work has also created this supply chain problem. It's a real issue. It's hurting our economy. It's hurting our future, and it's also going to hurt our health.
The future is already hurt, motherfucker. What you mean is hurt? The future is hurt already. There's no future but the kingdom of heaven of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The economy been fucking done. Soon as they switched it over, what was it, Lyndon Johnson? The fucking, when you pulled the gold off of the fucking dollar, the economy been fucking hurt. When you drag the children of Israel in slavery, your shit been fucking done. When you call yourself doing the moon landing in the 69, your shit been destroyed. But these devils is just starting to realize it. But your shit been fucked up. If you want to be technical.
Health, as you heard from the AMA. These are real issues. We have a president and an administration that is so out of touch. It should scare people. If it doesn't, they should really think about it.
Again, the issue again and again and again, and we've said it repeatedly on the show, it's this, that the Supreme Court ruling in 1905 said that states, the power about vaccines belonged to local officials in the states, not in a centralized government in Washington, D.C., period. That's what it's about. And the OSHA emergency standards they've been citing, and they have been overturned in court. So, you know, you're pushing through a vaccine mandate that could get overturned in court. So, final word, what do you say?
Even in New Jersey, we give people the option. There's religious exemptions, there's health exemptions. People should have the freedom to make a choice, and then we should encourage them to do the right thing. And by the way, how about if you have natural antibodies that you've developed because you have the virus? They won't even deal with that. We've sent letters. I'm in the doctor's caucus. I'm a dentist, to the CDC. And
so these news reporters is just like, they sound like fucking rebels. So, like, man, this shit, like, a kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. These southern states, man, like, this shit is going down like gravity, baby. It's going down. The Lord about to snatch. The Lord is definitely moving. And he's moving like, you know, quietly and humbly, but he's making powerful moves. But the general eye can't see it, you know? And that's it for this video, man. I mean, how much left? I could play it to the end. Let's play it to the end.
they won't even show us the courtesy for United States congressmen to get a return answer.
Yeah, we don't know about antibodies. We don't know how long they last. Could be, nobody knows. So that's something that deserves exploration too. So, you know. So, yeah, we hear you, Congressman. Final word.
If I could jump in real quick. You know, there's a difference. The smallpox vaccine, you get vaccinated, and then you have built up the resistance for the rest of your life. This vaccine already, we're finding out, literally does not last as long as they thought. It's more like a flu vaccine, and it really does not necessarily keep us safe for the future.
Well, we got to take it every year, it's going to sound like. All right, Congressman Van Drew, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
You stupid motherfuckers. You stupid motherfuckers, man. You gotta hate the general public. I swear, man. The general, that's why they call them the masses. Come from the word massacre. Because the average person is gonna fucking die, man. A terrible death. They shall die a grievous death. You stupid fucking people, man. But anyway, man, I'm out of here, man. Like, what the scriptures say, the talk of fools is irksome. Like, that movie Infinite, was it with Mark Wahlberg? The reincarnation movie that just dropped. What'd he say? He said, man, because it was the dude and the Jake guy. He was like, he was the villain. He wanted to blow up the whole fucking world with nukes and shit. But he was like, yo, it was a part in the movie. He was like, you know why I want to blow the fucking world up? It's because I got to keep being reborn in this generation and hear these dumbass, stupid ass fucking people. And that's really, hey, watch that movie, that shit heavy. And you be like, yo, man, that's why you want to blow. Now, to the average dumbass, you be like, yo, the nigga want to blow the whole world up just to stop being around the masses, these dumbass people that don't know shit, that been bamboozled and duped into believing this dumb shit. So he took it upon himself, like, I'm going to just put an end to this whole shit so I won't have to be reincarnated around these dumbass fucking people, man. And I was like, wow, that's powerful. Now, the average person, like, look at that, like, oh, man, you know, how could you say, look at this idiot? But, yeah, man, because we need a whole reset. You know what I mean? And the seed of the 2/3 and their legacy and the shit, their knowledge and their eating habits and all that shit that they pass down, that generational curse need to be broken. And when the Lord wipe this shit clean and start over with the elect, that's basically what's going to happen. So that movie was heavy, man. That's like, I like that guy. I got other villains like Bane and shit. But that's like one of my new favorite villains. I need to like get his name down and shit like that. I might put a picture, character of him up on my motherfucking bedroom wall or something. Nah, I'm just joking. But hey, it's some truth in every joke, and that's a figure of speech. But hey, man, with that, you know, it seemed like a little rant. But I'm in the car, you know. I could have like pulled over and got my strap and had some scripts, but I just quoted a few scriptures. Brothers know what it is that's in tune with the spirit or not. You could just take the words I quoted and like type it into Google, and it'll give you BCV, which is book, chapter, verse. So with that, hey man, shalom. Hopefully that was edifying to the elect Salakia for the little rant. But you know, I'm in the spirit, so just like impromptu, just hearing it, and I'm just doing a video and thinking out loud at the same time. So it is what it is. Shalom.